Hey friends, welcome to Homeschool-ology. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. If you're new here, my name is Nikki. I'm a homeschooling mom of 4. On this channel, I usually talk secular homeschooling, but today I am sharing with you part of our Disney Friday series, our recent trip to Disney. And then today's video, I'm going to be talking all things Genie Plus. We did try Genie Plus for the very first time, and that is what today's video is going to be about. So Genie Plus, my initial thoughts when this came about was, wow, that is not worth it. You are already paying a premium to be at Disney World. You are paying tickets, parking, hotels. Like it's not cheap, guys. You can find good deals, and if you can find them, it still is valuable. Like you're not wasting money, in my opinion, to go to Disney. The magic is there. It is an enjoyable time, but you are already paying a ton of money. So to pay even more money on top of all that, to me, just didn't seem worth it. But we had a larger party and we decided, you know what, we are going to go for it this time. And it was $20, so it ranges from $18 to $30 depending on like the busyness, but every day is different. The days that we were there, they were $20 each for every person. Even your youngest people have to have them. Anybody with a ticket has to have them. And so we bit the bullet and we did it, and our experience was actually really great. And so I kind of am a little bit of a Genie Plus convert. I didn't think it was going to be worth it, but it totally was. So a lot of people were saying, like, and even on the website it says like you get 2 to 3 passes. We were able to get a lot more than that. And so now, they weren't necessarily for the best of the best rides, like the ones that are the most, I wouldn't say best of the best. We got all the rides we wanted, minus like 1 or 2. Just the popular rides. We didn't necessarily do all of the popular rides because we weren't looking to wait 2 hours between everything. And we didn't pay for any of the individual lightning lanes. Like we didn't do the mine train. We didn't do the ones that you have to pay for individually. The first day we did it was on a Thursday at Magic Kingdom. It wasn't like a super crazy busy day. It was busy, but not super crazy busy. And so you do have to, for the Genie Plus, you do have to buy it the midnight on the day that you're going. So I don't love that. I don't love that you have to stay up till midnight and then you have to be up and dressed and ready by 7 a.m. or not necessarily dressed, but you have to be up and ready at 7 a.m. to book it. So that's like less than 7 hours of sleep, guys. Like Disney, what are you doing to us? So, you know we're exhausted. We've been walking around your parks for days. So didn't love that, but I did stay up till midnight and was able to purchase them. And then I woke up at like 6:30, got myself ready, and then was ready to sit down and book them by like 6:58. So, and then after that, after I booked them, then I got my kids dressed and ready and we went to the park. Because if you do have early entry that starts at 8:30, I highly recommend you get there by 8, which means from 7, we had to be ready by like 7:30, 7:35 to be able to get out the door, get parked, and get there by 8. So it's okay that you have to be up that early to do it, but I wish they would let you buy them the day before, like 24 hours before. Like that would be nice. But anyways, I did get up at 7 a.m. and I did select our first ride at Magic Kingdom, which was the Big Thunder, because I knew that was what my kids wanted to do. We didn't get it until like 9 or 10, but that's okay because that's when like the parks start to get popular, or like lots of people, populated, I guess was the word I was looking for. Like the people tend to come around that 9:30, 10 o'clock. That's when it starts to be really, really, really busy. So it was good that our first fast pass was during that time because that was when we needed it, you know. So we did get there at you know, early, during our early entry time, and we went and did we got coffee. Part of our crew wanted coffee, so we got that, and then we went and did Buzz Lightyear and the People Mover and Space Mountain. We did all of that before we went over to Big Thunder to do our first Fast Pass. During that time though, after the park opened, you get to book another Fast Pass. So I did book another one right after that. I can't remember. I of course didn't take screenshots of this because I wasn't thinking. But I can't remember exactly which one we did. But basically I had 2 at that point. And so I think it might have been Haunted Mansion. So I had to wait 2 hours after the park opened to book the next one. So I did have the 2, we did the 2, and then as soon as we went through the turnstiles on the next one, I went ahead and booked our next lightning lane. And usually when I would do that, it would be like within the next hour, it would be within that 2-hour window. And so we would go ride that one. As soon as we got through the turnstiles, I'd book another one. Like, this is before I even get on the ride. Like, between the turnstile, like where I scan and before I get on the ride, I was usually able to pick my next fast pass. And so, or lightning lanes, sorry. I will forever call them fast passes. I'm sorry. They're called lightning lanes. So, and basically I just played that game all day long. I tried to be like in the area that we were going to be near, so we weren't like rushing all over the park. And it worked out pretty well, actually. There was like one little gap where I couldn't get it for 2 hours, like where I ended up being able to book another one before I could get on. But it was like during our lunchtime, so it really wasn't that big of a deal. So it just worked out really good. We rode everything that we wanted to ride at Magic Kingdom, literally everything, and any line we waited in, like where we didn't have the lightning lane, we chose rides that were less than 20 minutes. Like 20 minutes was the most we waited in a line, because we had lightning lanes for anything that was longer than that. And it just worked out. It just worked so well. And now we didn't do Snow White Mine Train because we didn't buy the individual lightning lane for that. And we didn't want to wait in that very, very long line. But we did everything else we wanted to do. We even did Buzz Lightyear twice. We did Thunder Mountain twice. We did it all, guys. We did it all. And nowadays, without the Fast Pass system in place, the actual Fast Pass system is what I'm talking about, the old one. Nowadays, it's not. We can't do it all, because those fast passes really were we had it for so long. We knew the system of how to do it and how to book it the best and how to get the most benefit. But now without the fast pass system, like, you really can't do it all. You have to pick and choose. But the Genie Plus allowed us to do it all, so it really was worth it to us. If I was only going one time for the whole year, we do have annual passes this year. So it's not as important, but if I knew that this was my one time that I was going and I was only going for one day, I would absolutely 100% do that Genie Plus system, because we were able to do it all but Peter Pan. And honestly, I have no idea why the line is like that, y'all. It's a cute ride, it's a nostalgic ride, but it ain't that good. I don't know why the line is like it is. So we didn't do that one. But that was literally the only thing we didn't do that we wanted to do at Magic Kingdom, because we were able to use this Genie Plus system and roll as soon as you get through the line, you book another one. So the one downside that I feel like, well, I guess there's a couple of downsides. I didn't like having to wait till midnight to buy it. I didn't like having to be on my phone all day. Like, I had to be on my phone all day. Every time, like, if I had been there alone with just me and my kids, that wouldn't have been feasible, because I had to have somebody dealing with the children while I'm on my phone making all the selections. So I don't necessarily love that. Like, that to me is not the best thing, but it did work out. And because if you just put one person in charge, they have the party is all linked together. Make sure, because we had my account and my mom's account and my sister, we all have our own accounts because we all go, we're all separate families and we all go. I make sure you link all those accounts so that you can have one person going through and doing your Genie Plus, buy them all on one. So that you can do it all on one. So you have one person that's in charge of, because sometimes you gotta sit there and refresh. And then if this one gets taken, you guys might not have it at the same time. You might not be able to stay together. So make sure you're doing your whole party, even if that's 11 or 12 people, make sure you're doing your whole party all together. So we were able to do everything we wanted, and I really enjoyed it. And I think I am a Genie Plus convert. I won't be doing it every time. It is expensive. So I won't be doing it every time. But if it's a busy day, or we aren't going to be able to be there for a lot of time, or we just want the convenience of being able to fit in everything we want, I would buy it again. 100% would buy it again. We did it for our next day too at Hollywood Studios. That day was a little bit harder to get things because those rides are a little bit more popular, I feel like. There's not maybe quite as many rides over there, so they're a little bit more popular. We didn't do Rise of the Resistance over there, which I think I don't know what the individual lightning lane is over there. It's a Star Wars one, but I don't know which one. We didn't do any of the Star Wars land. We stuck to Toy Story and, you know, all the other things. So that one I feel like we didn't get as much value out of because I had to wait a lot longer between passes, but still was totally worth it. Like, lines there were, you know, 60, 80, 90 minutes, and we were getting in and out of those, you know, in no time. And our wait, even though we had to wait longer between rides, we were able to do other things, like catch a show or get a snack or do other things. We're not just standing in line. We were able to see characters, like do other things rather than just standing in a line. And so it was, even though I feel like it maybe not, we didn't get as many things on that day, I still feel like it was 100% worth it. Kids get sick of waiting in line. It's a lot. It can be a lot on their little personalities. You know, they have to stay contained. They have to be paying attention. Like, it can be a lot. They get bored. Even if you're somebody who plans on having good things for them to do, like, you know, we always make sure we bring our backpack that has snacks, and we have a snack in the line. And sometimes we'll play a game like charades or Mad Libs or something. And so even if you're doing all those things, it can still be kind of taxing. And then inevitably somebody always has to go to the bathroom when you're in the middle of the line. Anyways, I do feel like the Genie Plus was 100% worth it. Will I do it every single time I go? Probably not. We do have annual passes this year, and we probably are going to go frequently. Don't know that I would do it every single time or for every single park. I don't think that you need an Animal Kingdom. I wouldn't spend it. I wouldn't get one for if I were going to Animal Kingdom. I don't think you need it there. Unless you really want to do the Pandora rides. Those ones you might need it for. Not even sure I would necessarily do it at Epcot, except that you know what, I probably would, because the good rides do have long waits. So, but I wouldn't do it at Animal Kingdom, but I would 100% do it for Hollywood Studios, 100% do it for Magic Kingdom if I was looking to have a faster day or a day with less stress, less waiting. I do think it was worth it. Will I do it every time? No. Will I do it sometimes? Yes. I do like the system. I wish you could buy the day before. These are the things that I would change. I wish you could buy it the day before so you're not having to wait up till midnight. I don't mind having to be up at 7 to get them booked. That doesn't bother me. I'm going to be up at that time usually anyways because we're trying to get early entry. So that was fine with me. And then the one thing that I wish you could do is, rather than book one thing at a time, I wish you could book like 3, like the fast pass system was. You could book 3 and then you could add on after that, one at a time. I wish it was like that. I wish my day was a little more planned out and then I fit things in, rather than being so like, I don't know what we're gonna do next, because I don't know if I can get a lightning lane for this or that or that. Like, I gotta wait and see. So as somebody who likes to plan, I wish I was able to get like 3 at a time and then just like roll over one of those 3, because then I could better plan my day. But you know, I don't know. They have tried this and it's working for them, and I'm sure if it's, you know, it might change in the future. That might be something, but that's something I wish I could have done as a planner. I enjoyed, when it was the fast pass system, I enjoyed being able to plan out my day and what we wanted to do and aim to get fast passes around those times. It just made more sense to me. But, you know, I do still think the system was great. It was definitely worth the value. They say you can only get 2 to 3 rides. I think they're talking about like if you're trying to get the big rides, you know, because we weren't necessarily trying to get the most popular rides. We were getting maybe the second tier of popularity rides, and we were able to do them all. We got everything we wanted to do. We got. I do think it was worth it. I would do it again. And yeah, so if you have any questions about the Genie Plus system, I will try to answer them the best I can. This was our first time doing it. I did enjoy it very much. I do think it was worth it. And this is probably rambly. I think I might have said I think it was worth it like a lot of times. So, but anyways, maybe I'll keep a tally when I'm editing. But yes, it was great. So I do approve of the Genie Plus system. I think that is all I'm going to chat with you guys today. So don't forget to head on down and ask me any questions you have while you're down there. I'd love it if you would subscribe to this channel, ring that notification bell to know when videos are coming up, and give me a thumbs up if you like this Disney series, Disney Friday series, or whatever I've been calling it. Give me a thumbs up. I will continue to answer any questions that I receive as these start going up. And I think that is all I have for you guys today. So I hope you'll come back and chat with me again soon, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.